Brendan Puckett, and Cooper Benson. These are three of our basketball players here at CG, and they are going to talk to us about the Corn Bowl Classic.
Very good. Well, Jillian, let me start with you. The Corn Bowl Classic. First of all, what year are you there at Cerro Gordo, and what is the Corn Bowl Classic?
I'm a sophomore, and the Corn Bowl Classic is where our basketball team will play Arthur's basketball team, and the band will perform. Our cheerleaders will perform, and it's just an amazing opportunity to just have a big crowd going and everything.
Brendan, when is the Corn Bowl Classic?
The Corn Bowl Classic is Friday, January 10th during the school day.
Nice. So we get a little time out of class for this then.
Yep, the girls play at 10 a.m. and the boys play at noon.
Nice. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. Do your fellow students come out for this? Is this part of the school day for them?
Oh yeah, everybody from 6th through 12th grade gets out and will be in the crowd, and then Bement buses all of their students over, and Arthur will bus all of their students over as well.
Gotcha. Now, Brendan, are you a junior or senior this year?
I'm a senior this year.
Senior this year? Sure. Cooper, did you get to participate in this last year?
I did. I was a sophomore last year.
Nice. So what was the first year experience like? Was this at Arthur last year, or what? I guess what was that first year like for you?
Yeah, it was at Arthur last year. It was a good time. It was really fun. We got to watch. Well, we played first, and then we watched the girls next. And this year we're going to switch it around, and we're going to play first, and then the girls are going to play first this year, and we're going to play after.
Gotcha. Now, Jillian, last year when you went to Arthur, was this part of a field trip type of thing? Did your students get out of school and go down there?
Yep. Yes, they did.
That's awesome. What was your first experience like with this?
It was very positive. I absolutely loved playing. I love basketball, and it was just a fun opportunity to actually have a big crowd and a bunch of fans, and it was all just very positive, and there was a really good energy there.
Yeah, nice, awesome. Brendan, how about you? What did you like about the opportunity this game last year?
It was great. I had never played a daytime basketball game before during the school day, so it was really nice to get out, and it was just a great atmosphere because we had all the students from all the schools there. It was super loud and just a super fun game.
Who won last year?
Arthur won last year.
Gotcha. Jillian, who won last year on the girls' side?
Arthur.
Arthur won. Guys, we got to make amends for that this year. Got to get the students all riled up for this one. I'll tell you what, Cooper, tell me about what's going to be special about the trip or the game in in Cerro Gordo this year. What's going to be special about what you guys are doing for the game this year?
Well, there's going to be cheerleaders cheering, and there's going to be contests and awards given out during halftime, and the mascots usually form a little show, and they go back and forth with each other. And the trophy was made by the Arthur shop glasses, and it's huge. It's probably up to a normal person's waist.
What is it?
It's a basketball with corn kernels on the side of it.
Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. Very nice. So Arthur's got it in their possession this year. We're gonna have to get that thing up there in Cerro Gordo for sure. So with this game, guys, the atmosphere itself is. The date. I venture a guess the daytime on top of the fact that it's a rival where you've got all your fellow students at the game and all of that. Jillian, just speak to the excitement, the way that you're looking forward to this. Are you looking forward to this? I guess.
Absolutely, yeah.
What are you looking forward to about this year's game?
This year, I'm definitely looking forward to working with my team to try to beat Arthur and take back Corn Bowl trophy, so hopefully we can win this.
Yeah. Brendan, if you do win, where's the trophy gonna go?
I don't know where it's gonna go yet. I don't think our trophy is big enough for that.
Yeah, we'll have to put it out somewhere front and center, maybe somewhere in the gym for everybody to know that you won the Corn Bowl for sure. That's awesome. That's awesome.
We'll probably sit in the library window.
There you go. Yeah, good one for sure. Cooper, what are you excited about for this year's game?
I think the best part's obviously playing, but also just the atmosphere of the gym. Everybody's screaming, everybody's jumping up and down. Whenever we do handshakes before the game, everybody's just so loud. It's just a really good atmosphere.
And Jillian, you mentioned the band plays at this.
Yes, yep, they do.
Man, that's got to be loud. That's got to make the energy, bring the energy to start things out, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Nice. That's awesome. If you don't mind, guys, I want to ask Dr. Weidner. Dr. Weidner, I know you mentioned this to me last year just briefly. We never really got a chance to dive into it too much. How did this get started? What's the history on this event?
Yeah, this is Mr. Willard, our principal, who's also our head basketball coach for the boys, and the athletic director at Arthur Livington Atwood Hammond is Nathan Seal. So they had heard about Pinckneyville doing this game and starting that tradition a few years ago. And so they pitched it to their superintendents. I was a little skeptical at first, I have to be honest, about getting all our students out of school during the day and traveling down to Arthur and things like that. But it was a blast. It was a great atmosphere, like the kids said. And a lot of times our athletes are busy during each other's games. So the girls have practice when the boys have a game, things like that, or both have games on the same night. So this is a really cool chance for everybody to be at a game, and it just is a really fun kind of electric atmosphere. So we're looking forward to hosting it.
Yeah, I'm sure these kids had no issue getting out of school to go play basketball. I'm sure that was not a problem. You had to sell them on, but no, I totally get the logistical side of it. That's awesome. When you guys heard about this, I want to go one by one. Cooper, I'll start with you. When you guys heard about this opportunity, what did you think?
I thought when Willard told us it was happening, I was kind of surprised, obviously, because I didn't think we were ever going to be allowed to get out of school for a basketball game. But I just thought that it would be really fun.
Yeah.
I would have rather had it at Sarah Gordo the first year, but that's all right.
It's got to start somewhere. So yeah, definitely. Brendan, how about you? When you heard about this, what did you think?
I thought it was great because it happens within the first week of us getting back from Christmas break. So we already get a day off just to go play basketball. So that was great to me that we didn't have to go straight into just a full week of school.
Yeah. Well, and Jillian, you're kind of spoiled because you're a freshman and you get to do this the first year you're at Cerro Gordo High School. So, now you're not going to know any different, right? What did you think when you heard about this opportunity?
I was so excited. I could not wait to play with my team and everything, and just having all the energy and the band, cheerleaders, and just having all the fans coming out to support us.
Fantastic. Very good. Guys, I'll tell you what, if Dr. Weidner doesn't have anything else you want to talk on or have you speak to, Dr. Weidner, by the way, did I miss anything with the kids you want to have them speak to about this?
No, I think it's just something that we're very excited about. And we do want to mention that it's a community event. So parents and community members definitely come to this, and our goal is to pack the gym. So
now I have to confess, I have been in Arthur's gym, Dr. Weidner, as have you. I don't know how you guys fit all those kids in that gym. I got to be honest, like it had to be standing room only at some capacity.
It was packed, but it wasn't too packed. It was just right. So
all right.
Thing at CG.
Yeah. Now, what's your gym like there in Cerro Gordo? If I'm not mistaken, you guys had a renovation of it, did you not?
We added a gym during our big renovation project. So that's our junior high gym, but we have a nice big high school gym with bleachers on both sides. So
yeah. Yeah, your gym should have no problem holding that. So very good. Well, guys, best of luck. Get that Corn Bowl trophy back up to Cerro Gordo this year. Thanks for making time for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Definitely. Again, that is Jillian Durbin, Brendan Puckett, and Cooper Benson. They are students at Cerro Gordo High School, and probably not every day they get called out of class to be in the superintendent's office and not be in trouble. So we appreciate you guys making time for us. Let's break here, come back with some more. It is the WHOW Morning Show, streaming live online all the time at DeWittDailyNews.com. Also live to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton.
Yeah.
Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Dr. Emily Weidner, superintendent of Cerro Gordo Schools, my guest on the Zoom call here for today. And Dr. Weidner, just to revisit our chat with your students on the Corn Bowl Classic, impressive group of kids, and I could just see they are looking forward to this opportunity.
Yeah, I think they're excited about it. It's a fun day for everyone. We did have a lot of calls, excuse me, from other districts afterwards last year, kind of asking how we worked the logistics and how it all went. So I hope that it becomes a popular idea. It's a really fun event.
No question about it. You know what you ought to do is maybe make it like a mini kind of Piatt County, Moultrie County rivalry day type of a thing. You know, get some other schools in on this a little bit.
Absolutely. I think that would be really fun. And I think Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond is a good match for us. So I think it's definitely a rivalry that could go back and forth from year to year.
No doubt. Very good. Well, we look forward to it, and hopefully that trophy gets its place in Cerro Gordo this year. Very good. Dr. Weidner, I know it's levy time. How about the levy there in Cerro Gordo?
Sure. Well, I would start out by saying that our school district is in great financial shape. Our fund balances are solid, and our board has always been careful to make sure that we're good stewards of the taxpayers' money. So when we look at preparing our tax levy or the amount of tax dollars that we're going to ask our counties for, our goal is to make sure that we get what we need to run our district and what we're entitled to based on the formula, but also to make sure that we're keeping our tax rate steady and we're monitoring that carefully.
Mm-hmm.
So education finance, I think, is pretty confusing for people who don't live it and breathe it. So we do have funds that we are restricted in how we use them. So education fund, operations and maintenance, and different funds that we have that we ask for tax dollars for. And most of those are restricted. They have a limit, a rate limit. So no matter how much we ask for, we're only going to get the equalized assessed value, based on that limit. There are 4, though, that we ask for what we need. So IMRF, retirement, Social Security, tort, and then our debt fund. We ask for what we need, and there's no limit, but we have to make sure we're careful on what we ask for because we don't want our tax rate to spike. So those are the 4 that we kind of have a little bit more assessment with to make sure we're asking for the right amount and really looking at our fund balances. And if fund balances get high in those, we can try to spend those down and ask for less tax dollars. So Cerro Gordo works with, we've got Piatt, Macon, and Moultrie counties. So we get our estimate for our equalized assessed value from the assessors. And I think that's the tricky part, is that people don't necessarily realize that we're working with an estimate.
Mm-hmm.
For us this year, they're estimating about a 7% increase in the EAV.
Mm-hmm.
We're very happy about. So we do have a truth in taxation hearing every year. They've done that for more than 15 years here. So we'll have ours coming up on December 18th. And that's just basically to keep it transparent so the taxpayers know, what's likely to happen with the tax rate. And I'm happy to report that if the estimates are correct, our tax rate should decrease.
Wow, that's great. That's great news for the taxpayer, for sure. Which, I mean, if you're decreasing the tax rate, the tax rate, does that mean you're getting less money then this year?
No, basically, like I said, a lot of the funds have a set amount. So for every $100, we can get $2.50 for the ed fund, for example. So we know that part of the rate in advance. And then with the 4 funds that we ask for what we need, if we ask for a little bit less in those, then we can have the tax rate go down. And I think as a superintendent, I want to make sure that tax rate is steady. Mm-hmm. I know it can't always go down, but when it can, that's definitely something that we want to be mindful of for our taxpayers. But we also want to make sure that we get the money that we need for our district. As you know, schools aren't known for being, super wealthy and having an abundance of money. So we want to make sure we get the funding we need and that we're entitled to as well.
Yep, definitely. Very good. Very good. Well, Dr. Weidner, as it relates to the levy this year, is there anything in terms of like different from past years other than the rate decreasing? Is there anything unique about your levy this year?
The only thing I would mention is that I think sometimes there's a misunderstanding we have to put a truth in taxation notice in the newspaper and on our website if we are increasing what we're asking for, which is our levy amount, more than 5% than what we received last year in tax dollars. And that's confusing for people because when I put that notice out, it says that we are increasing 12.75%. So if the average person sees that, they're afraid that their tax rate is going up, and that's not the case. The tax rates actually should go down if the estimates that the assessors give us are correct. The truth in taxation notice that we have to put out is just so people know that we're going to be discussing this and that they can be informed. But I think that my best advice is for, the average community member, if they are confused and need information, email the superintendent, call the superintendent. We live and breathe this stuff, so we're happy to explain it. And I think for the average person, it can be pretty confusing.
Oh my gosh, it really is, and even having talked about it for, 10 plus years with you and your peers over the years, it still is like, I feel like every time something budget wise for a school district comes around, you're learning something new every time. And so I'm wondering, Dr. Weidner, how much, kind of awareness and messaging you're having to do for your taxpayers and community. How much do you get in the way of questions about things like this?
I haven't got many questions at all. I think sometimes when we put out those truth in taxation notices, sometimes you'll see some things pop up on social media. But usually you can, keep the messaging of this is what that actually means, that our tax rate is going to go down, but we are asking for more tax dollars than we received last year. And we know that we're asking for more than we will receive this year as well.
Very good. Very good. Well, Dr. Weidner, as it relates to just, again, the levy, anything we didn't touch on you want to put out there for us?
No, I just think that 7% increase that we're expecting in EAB is a great thing for our school district. Our board has done a great job of making sure that the district is financially stable, and I think the future looks bright.
I see some snow flying outside my window right now. Is the snow flying in Bement there or in Cerro Gordo there yet?
Just a few tiny little flakes, so we're hoping it stays away from us, but I think we're going to get a little bit today.
Well, you know what? You're going to have to call school off a little early today, Dr. Weidner. You may have to give the kids a little treat here. No, but speaking of having kids out of school, what's the holiday schedule look like as we get ready for Christmas break?
Oh, it's a busy time. We have a lot of concerts right now. Last week we had our 6th through 12th grade choir and band. And we co-op sports with Bement, but we also partner with them for band and choir concerts over the last couple of years. So we went over to Bement for the 6th through 12th grade concert last week. This week we had our kindergarten through 2nd grade concert on Monday, and we have 3rd through 5th tonight. So those are always really fun and really cute with the elementary kids. We also have a play this weekend. Our junior high is doing a play about the elf on the shelf. So we've had some set construction and auditions and practice for that. One really cool thing that our PTO has done the last couple of years is over Thanksgiving break, they come in and they decorate the whole elementary school, all the hallways. Last year they did Polar Express, and this year they turned the elementary school into a big gingerbread house with candy on the walls and all kinds of things. So that was a really fun surprise for our elementary kids to come back to. And then junior high school does holiday games, and the staff does a big skit in the gym. So we'll actually do that this Friday because the high school kids have their final exams next Friday.
Yep. So next Friday, last day, it sounds like, of the semester there in Cerro Gordo.
Yes. Yep. They'll have final exams next Thursday and Friday, and then we come back in January. I don't have the date in front of me. I don't want to say it wrong on the radio.
Very good. Well, Dr. Weidner, as I look at the clock, we are quickly running out of time. Anything else going on in Cerro Gordo schools you want to put out there for us?
Oh, we've had a great first semester, and we're looking forward to getting into the second semester here soon.
Yep, it's right around the corner for sure. The Corn Bowl Classic, all these school activities, Dr. Weidner, can folks, see whether it's pictures, videos, just information about those? Can they find those on a website, social media? Do you post anywhere about all this?
Sure. Our website is www.cgbroncos.org, and we're on Facebook under Cerro Gordo School District number 100. We also broadcast our games on NFHS.
That is Dr. Emily Weidner, Superintendent of Cerro Gordo Schools. Dr. Weidner, happy holidays to you and yours. Thanks for doing this with us.
Thanks, Seth.
Absolutely. The Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. Brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Network news comes your way now on The Morning Show.